Okay, Steve, 3-all draw. Where do you start with that one?
Well, we start at the start. You know, the 2 goals that we conceded first half were so disappointing. You know, we didn't in any way take any responsibility. You know, there was different men went into the box than what they had last week, so we have to sort it out on the pitch. We've got enough experience out there to do that. And we didn't for the first goal. Second goal, we didn't react to the second phase very well. But it was really open, more open than I wanted really. But we got down the sides of them a lot. We got through on the goal once. We were quite unlucky first half really, because all of the really good chances seemed to fall to everybody's weak side. You know, Maka went through twice and ended up on his left, which he actually scored one of them from. Paddy went through on his right, whereas if it's on the other side, he buries it. And then obviously, where do I start with the officiating? I'm best off saying that we were on the end of some very bad decisions tonight. Moki's first challenge wasn't a booking. His second one was a booking, but once he's been booked, he shouldn't make it. You know, that's clear to see. But he made 2 tackles, got 2 cards for it. I counted about half a dozen tackles from their centre half fouls, persistent fouling and not even a booking. I just thought we were really unlucky on the end of decisions when we put so much into the game. Second half, you go out there and it's happened lots of times. 10 men have made it hard against 11, but then you concede after 3 minutes, and really they'll be saying, you know, that should have been the game sealed, they should have popped it around us. But we showed great heart. We showed, you know, I was listening. You know, people get impatient, I know they do, but it's almost impossible to keep pressing the ball when you've got 10 men for a whole half, you know. And we got a second wind halfway through the second half, and we really looked like we could actually win it in the end. And it's hats off. Jordan led the line great on his own, and Stewart chipped in with 3 goals from wide positions as well, from Maka 2 and Wes. So. You know, I think it would just been a great story if we'd have got the winner. And at the end, Scott Burgess he wasn't offside. We were looking along the line, but the decision didn't surprise me the way things had gone tonight.
Yes. The result on Saturday almost felt like a defeat. This must almost feel like a victory.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a better draw than Saturday's, but obviously when you look at it, you still think that had we done our jobs properly, 11v11, you know, we should be a match, more than a match for FC United, and we didn't do our jobs to the letter today, and too many times. But when push came to shove at the end, when we got back in the game, we suddenly found that sort of consistency, defending crosses brilliantly, got our first heads to everything. But yeah, I mean, it's still a game I would love 3 points from, but it's certainly a better draw than Saturday's.
Macaulay Langstaff, he's scored 2 goals and he's set up a third. Another impressive performance.
Scored 2, set up a third. Yeah, scored on Saturday. That's all he can do. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and you know, that's why we got him out there and got some games in him, and he's come back fresh, sharp, confident. And as I say, put a shift in of a different kind tonight, because we're asking him to do things in the second half that he's probably not been used to doing, but he dug in as well as everybody did.
The fact that the lads have shown such character when the backs have been against the wall in that second half must give you heart and encouragement for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I see them every day, and I've got to know them all as lads. They're good lads. They're a good group. I'd expect them to be able to do that and really plough through, and I know the energy levels are good. But obviously for too long this season, you know, that hasn't been shown. All I can do now between now and the end of the season is try to get as much out of them as I can, and see where we end up. You know, it's another 3 points gone tonight, although be it, you know, at the end probably a good draw.
No David Murphy tonight. Did you miss him?
I think everybody would miss sort of somebody of his experience and know-how and calmness and positional sense. But he's you know, he's struggling a little bit with his knee. He was struggling a little bit Saturday. It wasn't really a David Murphy performance Saturday either. So we just got to hope that that this week can see the knee, you know, the swelling and everything go down a little bit, and hopefully might be available for Saturday. But if he's not, you know, we go again. It's another game that we would hope to be winning.
John Parkin played 45 minutes, but was he substituted for tactical reasons rather than anything else?
Yeah, I mean, it was. you know, it was a hard task for anybody to do, but I just thought Jordan with his fresh legs leading the line on his own would have been the better option for the second half, and it proved to be the case. You know, Jordan works his socks off. He won so many aerial duels. His fitness kicked in at the end when he was taking their defenders the other way. So yeah, I mean that was the reason. Yeah.
Any other injuries tonight?
Maka was limping quite a bit at the end, but he wouldn't come off and he wouldn't hear of it, which is again, you know, a good trait to have. Burgee took a knock at the end there, and I've got no doubt there'll be a lot of tired bodies because, as I say, they put a real shift in, certainly second half, and it's all about recovery now to go again Saturday.